Okay, we'll text me. Okay.
So going back to what I was saying, so what you're holding in your hand is two things. You're holding a mock-up of the brochure. This is, unfortunately, for some reason, because Casey wasn't here to make us a beautiful comp like she did last time, I took it to my local copy shop, and for some reason, the copy, they're a little smaller, but
It's okay.
it will be the actual size, just in case someone noticed that. So what you're looking at is both the brochure, and then I brought the actual copy, which Susan and Larry have already reviewed and approved. And these, I'll just walk you through where the significant changes are so you don't have to hunt for it, okay? So the cover is called, if you turn to page 2, well, let's start with the first page of the text. That's the Word document that you're looking at. The first page of the text, which is A1, A2, A3, and A4, is the inside of the brochure. Okay. So A1 basically hasn't changed. A2, come to meetings, has changed somewhat from the last time, but it won't mean anything to people who don't remember the last time. But so what you, and the A3, be our eyes and ears, that's a new little headline. I should ask if everyone understands what that means and they like it. I thought it was better than, I think what we had originally was.
Love it.
Yeah.
You love it?
Great.
Oh, good. Okay, good. All right. I won't go any further then. I like the great. Okay. And then on the next panel, who is CB3? Now this changed a little bit. Who is CB3? Got shorter. Some of the original content migrated, but it's very short and sweet. It just explains who the members are, how they're chosen. And then the newest and most important thing, the thing we went back and forth on a lot, was what does CB3 do? And this is the new copy that will be flowed into this version of the brochure. So everyone might want to read that one more time. Susan approved it, Larry approved it, but just
It's still
yeah,
approved it to bring to committee.
to bring to the
Yes.
committee, yes.
Please, yeah, feedback.
One question.
Yeah.
Be our eyes and ears.
Yeah.
is-
Mhm.
I'm wondering about the deliveries to this.
Oh, that's out. That's
Oh,
out.
good.
That's out now.
Well,
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was one of the
Yeah.
changes.
That
So,
was-
so this, yeah, so this is the
The latest.
change
Yeah,
document.
yeah.
Yeah, it was a little hard to.
Thought of like.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
And, you know, there were, so I can walk you through
Yeah.
a few of the changes. That was one of them. What does CB3 do? Yeah. So I'll just read it to you. We'll have a little dramatic reading. CB3 represents you to city government. We help shape policies, priorities, and budgets on everything from housing and parks to safer streets and services for seniors and youth. When you attend our meetings, you get to be part of the planning process. Visit our website for a calendar of meetings. Show up, speak up, help shape your community's future.
Very
Okay.
short and-
Yeah, well, we're keeping it short and it'll be even shorter in Chinese. Chinese is very economical.
Yeah.
So that will go here. What does CB3 do? The other thing I want to point out is the front cover. So now the front cover is quite different from what Laura saw at the last meeting. We went in a more positive direction. It's all good. She
Yeah.
loves it. Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, the simpler, the better, the less, the more.
That's what,
My
yeah,
only feedback to this.
Yeah.
Is start here doesn't quite
connect.
grab me
Oh.
first.
Yeah,
So maybe if it could be all caps for bigger.
Oh, something,
some
okay.
graphic designer would know.
Well,
how to
I'll
do this.
bring that up to her, yeah.
But that's my only reaction. It wasn't the first thing my eye went.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
And-
it.
Okay,
Other than that, I think this is great.
yeah.
I love that it's positive.
Okay, me too. Yeah, because we all agreed. I mean, we bring up the problems on when they turn the page.
I'm thinking we were just going to spruce something up.
Mhm.
It's
I know.
really like a reinvention for
Yeah.
when we speak now and.
Yeah, good, good. Well, this is what happens, you know, we go through the process, yeah. What else can I tell you? Let's see. So what will happen? I can tell you what will happen next. Casey will come back. I realize Susan's not here, but I know you're under this hard deadline because we've got to get this all done by the end of the month. So, I think Larry and Susan have signed off on the copy. If other people have to read it and approve it and share any changes with me, I would say in the next couple of days, we should get this copy completely locked down so it can go to the translators.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they have to translate it into Spanish and Chinese before the whole thing can go to the printer. By early next week, Casey has promised that she's going to be back and she's going to flow in the revised copy, share a final PDF with us by email, and then flow in the Chinese and Spanish and get it to the printer in plenty of time to meet the
I
deadline.
do have a,
Great.
I have a small design feedback.
Yeah.
Good. It's very minor.
Yeah.
It easily can be changed when Casey gets back.
Yeah, the back cover isn't done yet.
Yeah,
There's all kinds of
the,
stuff
the
missing.
social icons,
Yeah.
we should just put our actual, the user, I don't know what they are because I don't use social media, but if we have them, it's like, what is the actual CB3
On
Twitter
Facebook.
account? Yeah,
Oh, they're right on our website.
they're on the website, but
Yeah, on the brochure.
for people to,
I'm just saying you could take them from the.
yeah,
website.
oh, yeah, but that's just the, so instead of it like this, I would recommend, well, I don't want to.
Yeah.
The same.
I don't,
It's gonna be, yeah, who knows? But yeah, just having them, like the QR code with the icons going down would be perfect. And then you-
Yeah,
still
okay,
have
so
room.
the QR code is for the
this
website?
website, yeah.
It's for the website, yeah,
people
okay.
scan it.
So are you saying that you want to include, what do you want? You,
Just,
CB3.
yeah.
Right.
Cause
This
it's,
looks like pop.
yeah, it's just icons. We can't click them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
right.
yeah, let me bring up the
Okay.
website.
There's still the outstanding issue of the map, which Casey says she's going to work on, we.
Yeah,
know.
if she's having trouble, I can try to touch it up on my own end and send off
Need to add the street names and all that stuff.
the street names. And also I pointed out, unfortunately, I can figure it. Yeah, I'll figure it out. I see them on the site.
Yeah.
It's,
So I see over there,
yeah.
yeah, so let's see.
So the
what-
actual username is, oh, no, so we don't have a, okay, those are actually,
CB3 on Instagram.
and that seems to be, yeah, okay, let
Are
me,
you, and what are you on Facebook?
yeah, here, we can, I'll follow this up, yeah, on email. So I'll take a note here to assemble, yeah, okay, so that's on Instagram and, yeah, so,
So Larry, are you gonna?
Send
share
to-
that with
yeah,
Okay.
the, Madeline,
me?
the social media, handles
Okay, sure.
to put in the
Oh,
design,
that's good.
so people know who to actually follow.
Right,
Um,
exactly.
And then I will also note, yeah, I can tweak the map.
Yeah.
I can,
For some reason, I was looking for your site and I ended up on Wikipedia and maybe it's just not up to date. They have the population at 165,000.
that might be
Change.
old. Yeah, that might be
Okay,
old.
just not
There's a
up to
new
date.
census, so.
Yeah. I took this from a city, official city.
It's
document,
about
And then you.
it's very close.
All right,
Not
so,
both, yeah.
any other feedback, Susan, you can.
It said I'm sick.
I know.
Can I get you anything?
No, this is, sure, I mean, have to have surgery.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Unless you have an emergency doctor in your back pocket.
I don't need it for me.
So you were in the room when I talked about next steps, I said, the next thing that's gonna happen is everyone will read the copy and weigh in any small changes, if there are any.
Well, no, I think we should do it tonight because I
Yeah.
need to get them
You have to go to
translated
that,
and printed by
exactly.
the end of the month.
Exactly right, and I also acknowledge we understand your hard deadline, so then when Casey comes back and she promises she'll be on the job early next week. Putting together, flowing in the final copy as approved by you. Flowing in the Chinese and Spanish as soon as we have it.
Well, so
Let us know.
any changes we make tonight, if you could send me tomorrow, and then I'll get it translated.
Okay, do you want to actually go through the copy word by word? and
Well,
change it?
I think we're happy. I think we're happy with the copy. I think this can go. Yeah,
Let's get this. So,
Yeah, the one thing for the copy.
Yeah,
the one thing I-
it's the design.
Layout thing.
Yeah, I'll
I
take
just
note.
said, Susan, the only thing, when
Yeah.
I first looked at this, my eye didn't go to start here.
Yeah, an arrow or something.
That's what I was thinking, an arrow.
Covered design.
I'll tell them we need an arrow. And she'll figure.
Some
it
kind
out.
of flare, yeah, some kind of, yeah, yeah, it should attract.
Bubble, maybe the bubble has to have a little pointer on it or
Yeah, or-
something.
I read the
Yeah.
brochure
Yeah.
and I would like to say that it's very short to the point. It's inviting and it's also informative. This over here, a lot
Mm,
of people don't know that
Mhm.
information.
Right.
So it's not only inviting,
yeah.
it's
Although it's very
informative.
different. Now, the new copy is what I.
Yeah, yeah.
Redo,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
it has how large is CD3.
Yeah.
That is informative. People just think CD3 is just Susan Stutz's office.
Yeah.
You know, but it's not. It's a lot
Don't
broader
understand
than that,
community.
right?
It's a big place.
Yeah.
Huh?
It's a big place.
Yeah,
This is a big
a lot
place.
of people don't
It's
understand
bigger
that.
than some small town.
Oh, for sure, for sure,
That's-
yeah.
Yeah. And I read through this
Yeah.
and the wording is, I like the wording. It's
That's great.
short to the point.
All right,
Okay.
so I will take that down, copy approved,
Facebook is CB3 man,
CB3 man.
yeah,
And I was looking for NYC,
I know. just
um,
like-
Larry, you
CD3.
just put those together for me and send them.
Yeah, that's,
So we have it.
that also doesn't need to be translated, that's the same in every language, yeah, it's the URL.
But for some reason, when I took it to the copy shop, it came out smaller. The actual size is this, and the actual color is still this.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
great,
yeah.
that's great.
So they had, I was explaining to Susan that for some reason, again, it's a technology thing. Casey couldn't reproduce that in Adobe because they're not talking
Because
to
of tech-
Pantone.
Oh,
Technology is.
So. the printer was able
copyrighted
to
color.
reproduce this
yeah,
Like that. Mhm.
copyrighted,
Copyright,
yeah.
okay.
So,
Well,
Housing
the
social-
Tweaks on that list on the back have been made in the copy, so. I have to get-
So this is fine.
This is final, yeah,
Okay.
this is the final copy.
the copy is final, so. Okay. All right, that's great, so there's a few action items, but I've written them down.
To do,
Ah,
and our next steps on our end is to just get the revised copy flowed in.
Well, you need to give, I'm gonna start getting this translated.
Yeah.
You need to provide me files. Right? Files.
Well, all I have to do is send you the Word document, they can translate it from this.
That's not for the
Yeah.
translation. I'm getting it translated.
Yeah,
And then I will send it to you and you'll send me 3 files.
yeah.
For the printer, yeah.
So you get the file, so doesn't Casey send them directly to the printer?
That's fine.
Yeah, okay, yeah, okay. Very
Uh,
good.
and I guess you can notify us, we'll stay in touch by email, I guess, because I want to make sure that, yeah, nothing gets like lost here. Okay, Casey gets back.
You
Okay,
too.
email about,
I'd say that by rolling, do you remember how long the translation process was?
I don't, but I'm out in the morning, so as soon as I come in tomorrow, it's time to be
Okay.
priority.
Right, well, I'll send you this
Okay, that would be great.
right now.
okay.
I'll
Uh,
just forward it to you from there.
take note that happened, I'm going to send Susan a copy.
Yeah, I'm sending Susan the
Task
copy.
force.
And I'll CC
Let
you.
me know when
Yeah,
you're
I should do that.
Okay, okay.
at number 3, planning for outreach table.
We are about to get there. Hold
Okay.
on, let's just, let's make sure this is.
Yeah.
taken.
It's for some reason. Okay.
Watching, Michael, he's watching his text.
Oh, okay,
Because
okay.
he was gonna text me.
Okay, it's just.
If there's any issues.
It's gonna look like a Dropbox link, but you'll be able to open it.
Okay. And I'll be able to save it like a.
Yeah, it's a
Word-
Word
The
document.
Word document.
Okay.
All right.
Great, wow, I feel like I have my whole life ahead of me. That was 7 o'clock.
Fresh. Oh, hold on, we have one more, we have an item. We have an item, so, no, you are free to go, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Are they not seeing that it's talking about?
Outreach tabling. So here we go, planning for outreach tabling.
With your beautiful new brochure.
So basically there's, the primary thing here is we need to find people to do tabling, and then secondly, we need to plan for how to actually do that. For example, Susan mentioned there is a tablecloth here, but maybe we want to make a CB3 tablecloth. Similarly, we probably want to make a CB3 sign, so when we table, people know it's our table. And then lastly, you know, flyers such as this, a set of materials that people should know to bring when they table. So I'm happy that this is really a group discussion, but like that's the way I see it, is we need to both identify people who would table and also sort of put together materials to facilitate when people want to table, like this is how you do it, and this is what you need to do.
So,
And where, what opportunities you want to go.
Yeah, okay,
Okay,
a
that's
calendar.
so on the Lower East Side,
Mhm.
we got a tablecloth at the last minute.
Yeah.
I think, when you look at other organizations, they have their name
Mhm.
on the tablecloth, or it's custom made, and it's very attractive.
Yeah.
It will attract people to come to your table out of curiosity.
Yeah.
So I think that would be great.
So do you do that at Staples or where, like with a file and
I think you could do it, yeah.
At Staples, I'm not sure.
The org I volunteer for has a tablecloth, so I can just ask how they do it, but
Okay.
yeah, you just send them, and I feel like I don't want to like lead it, but for example, I actually really like the whole way like what's on the front door of this office here, like City of New York, Community Board 3. I think that looks great. I think you just put that on the tabletop. Yeah, I think that looks great. Just
And
that,
that's so attractive.
it's very clean. And everyone, yeah, it's very distinctive. Like not, yeah, it says City of New York.
And I noticed that the brochures that were taken from the table,
Mhm.
were the one that has less but more information. Remember I mentioned it to you? I was like, they're taking a lot of this one of the locations of where all the community.
Oh, the one with the
boards-
phones. Yeah, the phone, they had all the phone
So
numbers.
many people would take that, and I found it like interesting of, they're asking where's the community board where they live.
Yeah, I
Because
got
they
that
didn't-
question a lot.
They didn't even know.
Yeah.
And what does it mean? So a brochure like this is really good because with a combination of this one and the one with all the information of the different brochures of addresses would be great
Mhm.
to take.
Yeah, I only brought the mayor's one because we didn't have enough of ours.
Right.
That's the only reason. I
Yeah.
It was
generally
funny,
not
somebody gave-
interested in
somebody
that.
Gave me one of the red ones and I was just.
I'm not interested in promoting other boards, to be honest.
No, but I think your point is that the ones that were popular were,
Or the
This type
ones
of
with
thing,
yeah.
information, right?
yeah,
So,
You mean like the red one?
yeah,
Oh, good.
So-
Yeah.
yeah.
The also thing, I think they were gone by the time you came, is the bike maps
oh yeah,
actually went faster.
people
than
love the bike
anything else.
maps.
And
People love
to
the
have
bike.
something like that actually attracts
Yeah.
people to
Yeah.
there.
Uh,
My mistake was not bringing enough of those.
I mean, I could give you, we have postcards with a QR code to our store.
Well,
map.
we have, well, we can do that.
Yeah, the storefront map is great.
That too, people love the bike maps.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
absolutely.
So Susan brings up a logistical concern here though, which is, you know, whether it's me or other people from the board, how is this stuff being marshaled, right? Like people need to be responsible and, you know, gather the brochures, return them, gather
Right.
the tablecloth, return them. That is, I think, a bit of an unsolved problem. Because like in an ideal world, it all comes back to some spot, but I don't know if that's
It
something,
has to be here.
yeah,
You mean the tabling?
before and
pick it up.
after, yeah.
Someone needs to pick it up.
Come
and
here.
take it Back and.
Yeah.
Not
You
on,
can't be.
and in general, yeah.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
boundaries.
Exactly.
Uh, And generally, you know, they'll need to pick it up, generally it's on a weekend, so they'll need to pick it up before.
On Friday and bring it back on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so, yeah,
And
or
then,
pick it up
are you
earlier, you know, a week earlier is fine too.
are
and they'll
you trying to
bring it
be
back
back with family days, like this summer?
I think family days would be wonderful.
Yeah.
okay, let me take note,
But
family
we have a
days.
number, I mean, there's a number of tabling opportunities. Like Carolina has one coming up. So there's just a number.
Yeah.
And generally, you can always get a free table.
Right.
I have a big one coming up.
Which,
An event?
The Why Not Cares, we give out over 1,000 backpacks a year. Yeah, we do it, this is our ninth year.
so there's lots of opportunities.
Yes.
I'm not worried about that.
Okay, okay,
Now-
so I'm not gonna write all these down then.
Well,
Yeah.
I was just worried about the timelines, you are gonna try to go out right away with family days and this.
Well, I
Yeah,
think the
yeah.
first thing we need to do is see how many people we have to go out.
Yeah.
and
Who would
do
be
that.
willing to do
Now,
Family days are all NYCHA, if we could
Yeah.
get people, you know, who live in NYCHA or familiar with NYCHA,
That
that
would be
also would be helpful.
and are you gonna announce it at full board and see if people will help?
I think Larry should,
Larry should.
I can announce
but
it.
I would also send out an email.
We have to be a bit more
Right.
proactive, yeah, because when Andrea sent out the email for the Loisaida Festival, only 5 people got back to me, and
Yeah, it's Memorial Day weekend, it's a tough one if you're
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
One of us, you need to, no, I'm gonna say you need to call people because
one at a time,
these,
yeah,
it's not like a small group where everyone knows.
yeah.
A lot of people don't know, what is this?
They don't even
What
know
does
who
it
these
mean?
people are,
They're
yeah.
intimidating, what I expected you to do.
Right.
So if you have a few people
Yeah.
calling people and giving them a pitch, this is what it
Or
is.
saying, hey, you'd be great for this, cause we
Yeah,
love someone.
Because
from
I
the
think
HR that
people,
got this.
there's a lot of people that will get engaged if you engage them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really true.
Okay. So, and then the NYCHA, the family days things brings to mind, like, it would be different for different events. Some people, like, I feel like we would have to redo this call basically every time, because I can't imagine, like,
I think you get a pool. You get a pool of people. who-
yeah, that we're
Call
familiar
you.
with. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This first time, we're probably gonna have to step through all
Yeah.
47 other people,
Yeah.
and
But
then
then you'll get a pool.
after that, we have a sense.
And if they know that they're being paired up with somebody else, so they're not
Yeah.
gonna be there alone.
No, don't stop by yourself as a driver.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
If you go out to something and are only there for part of the day, but there are 2 of you and it's strong, it's well worth doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And like Tao, who he's new, but he did the Loisaida Festival. He seemed very open. Like he's already going to be someone I'm going to ask again to be like, do you want to do more events here? Yeah. Okay, so concretely then, should we just split up the community board roster and each of us takes a third and we just?
I think you ought to write a little thing though that what people should be saying, so you're on the same page.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
That's a
a
good point.
script.
Okay. I guess we can stay in touch by email because I don't want to burn up time workshopping that.
So we're only doing night show, we're not doing like.
No.
No, we're doing everything.
There's-
This is the initial step of gathering people. So we just need to reach
Yeah.
proactively 2 other CB3 members to ask them, would you be comfortable tabling, you know,
We would like.
we've
to
got some
get
events coming up in the
so-
summer. Yeah, we got some events coming. Yeah, we have to workshop the pitch to make it attractive to people, but like you can get involved, you can meet a lot of people, you know, you get to hang out at like a festival or whatever. We gotta work that language, but I think we have to proactively reach out and then assemble a list of people that basically we would follow up on every time there's a tabling opportunity to say like, you know, are you available? So, okay, let me write this down. Workshop language. And then break divvy up contacts. And then for the logistics side of it, Susan, I don't know what our budget is here, but yeah, making a tablecloth, making a sign. And I think that's all, I guess, a box, a small box to carry it all in.
Tote, we have plenty of.
A
tote
tote,
bags.
yeah, if we already have a tote bag.
Weights.
Paperweights,
Well, now-
clipboards,
You bring
clipboards.
the stand, the plastic stands, you know.
plastic stands. Okay, so some office
Which
supplies.
we have.
Do we, I don't know if there's like an existing practice here, but for example, what the org I volunteer for is to avoid the situation where someone like loses track of the bag full of stuff, they check it out. So when they go to the spot where we keep it, they like write their name on a little sheet to be like, I have the stuff.
That's fine.
Yeah, so that way, when it's like Monday and like we don't know where it is, it's like, oh, it says here, that person still has it, or they were responsible. Okay, so we can just come up with some way to do that. Could be digital, yeah.
The issue is though, that person is gonna take the stuff there, so say they're there from 2 to 3. But then someone else is there from 4 to 5, and then they're stuck with the bag.
Yeah,
And they may not have committed to bringing it back to the office.
yeah, that's a good point. Well, that's,
I think you're gonna have to work that out each time.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Whether, depending where it is it close by, but someone go pick it
I'll
up.
be the last one signing up.
exactly, yeah. Mm. Yeah,
Yeah, if you're signing up for the last shift, you're signing up.
to hold on to the stuff, yeah.
So it depends where it is,
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's around here, it's not a big deal.
If it's right near my home or your home.
Yeah, it doesn't
it's
matter.
wrong.
Yeah.
To pick it up. Or if it's like the board meeting was 2 days later, just bring it to.
To the board meeting, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, we can work that out each time, that makes
Yeah.
sense. It doesn't seem like there's a general solution to that problem. Is there anything else that people want to mention then while we are planning better tabling?
Can I put you guys, can I put CB3 down for a table for Why Not Cares? Can I do that? I'm gonna
When?
tell you why, because
Mhm.
the tables go so quickly. The
When
space,
is it?
it's the last Sunday of August.
Sunday, August. I will be out of town for that, but
Why don't we start like a list,
yeah,
and then someone can
It
look up
it
all the
gets
calendar
very
days.
busy. Mhm.
And we already have one, Carlina said they give us a table. But I think did I send that to you or just to Andrea? They're
I
having like.
think you sent to me the email chain, but I'm also out of town for
Yeah.
that.
But we should
Yeah.
have it on the list.
Yeah. So building a table and calendar. So let me, Why Not Cares?
What day is calling?
August 31st is the last Sunday in August.
Carlina's.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess that can also be something that, I mean, I can just maintain that, that's a calendar. Okay,
We should do like a Google portal or something,
yeah, we can figure out
so we can.
a shared calendar, yeah.
So we can see when we're available for those.
Mhm. Okay, so anything else about the matter of planning tabling?
I heard it over the Zoom. So.
Oh, great.
It's running late, so I heard,
Yeah,
what's the stuff you said about the tabling and tablecloth.
mhm.
The banner, is it gonna be a pull-up banner?
We decided to print the name on a tablecloth.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think that probably makes the most sense.
Don't always have a tent, right?
No,
Right.
no, pull-up banner is one that you can carry and it pulls up. Right. Beside your table.
Oh, I've seen those. I don't know if we have the budget for that. It's also work, it's more, yeah, each item, that's the thing, each more item is more work, is
No,
also the problem. Yeah,
The table one, you could fold that up.
Exactly.
Hold them inside the.
In the
we
bag?
gave them a scope. It
Yeah.
holds inside the bag. Depends, you can do a small one and you can do a big one, it depends on which one you want to do. And it can be the same design that you have on your tablecloth to go on the pull-up banner and on the brochure, so everything can be aligned.
the new brochures, yeah.
It's just what it's
got, like.
Yeah.
It's copies changed.
I don't think people generally do that at the fairs and stuff.
They use that a lot for campaigning,
Yeah,
Yeah.
for campaigns.
for
they do.
campaigns.
For the
they
street
use that.
fairs, they don't generally.
Yeah.
I'd say keep it simple,
Okay,
at least to start. You can always-
yeah, we can give it
you
something
can
to
always
start.
add stuff.
Is there any other
I think that's
thing
it.
to consider for planning tabling? Yeah. Make a calendar. We're gonna figure out how to reach out to people, basically phone tree our way to a roster of people. Make a tablecloth. Make a stack of brochures to pack with it so that people show up. Oh, should we prepare like a brief guide to tabling? Like,
Absolutely.
yeah, people don't know what to do, even if we invite them.
Even that little 2-sentence pitch I gave you. where you
Yeah.
go, government, we-
Yeah. Okay, so that's another thing we should work out the language.
You're saying, "Ha, come join."
Yeah, some of us are different. Yeah. Okay, a tabling guide, like a one-page tabling guide that people can, that we keep in the bag, that's like, check this to know what you're doing. Okay, so we'll workshop, I'll do this, again, we don't need to do this in the meeting, we can do this over email, but we'll workshop the language for a small tabling guide for people who have never done this before.
That's great.
Keep everything.
Okay,
Very simple.
anything
The less is
else?
more.
Anything else?
Take attendance.
Yeah, if that's the case,
I'm gonna make it to my next meeting.
a motion to adjourn, yeah, okay. Okay,
For next meeting, I mean, the tabling.
this.
It's not, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, is this Carolina? Yeah, we'll wait for Susan, I don't know, actually. Susan did mention there's a Carlina Rivera event, but is this Carlina's event?
29th?
Or is this a different event? It's just on the table here, yeah.
Oh, this is just advanced, it's not a real thing.
Oh, it's,
This
so-
is, this is just what they're.
Okay,
Well, we have, we don't yet, I mean, you have the, when's Carolina's,
let me check
because
this.
we're not gonna have everything, just gonna need people.
Yeah, hold on. June 21.
Yeah, so we're not gonna have stuff ready, but we should have people,
Should
June
get
21, I have a wedding.
Saturday, June 20.
a wedding?
Anyway, motion to adjourn. All right, Larry Fenn, present, Tisha Fields, Laura Sewell, and Daisy Paez. All right, that is it. The meeting is adjourned.